Hi and welcome back to my solo playthrough of They Live Assault on Cable 54. I guess that this may be the last episode of the game. And I tell you why. Because I still have some doubts around some of the cards I'm using. I think in the meantime I got some confirmation that I believe I understood Nada's hand cannon correctly in the end, but still I missed a lot of things, and I think also I missed to give, for example, Nada one wound when he was fighting Dr. Myra Reddy, right? She also rolled one success as far as I remember, so he also should have taken one. But that's not it. I think I simply want to come to an end and maybe re-explore this game at a different point in time. Again, if the clock strikes 6, I might want to consider moving into Cable 54 sooner or later. I still have to go there actually, and everyone else will then beam there. Simply to get things going, to show you what this game has to offer, even though I'm relatively certain I will not stand a chance. But yeah, let's see how things go. Again, we have to designate a starting player or a resistance leader. Last time, I believe it was Dr. Myra Reddy, exactly. Who we know is a human player, by the way, as we were allowed to peek, and you see the sunglasses accordingly. I believe we can leave the resistance leader with her. With her first action, she will simply lay low, meaning she's healing one wound and one of those wanted tokens. So she's down to 4. Someone needs to go down here and someone needs to be here. I think she is moving down here with her free action. Oh, basically this happens first, I believe at least. A free move is here and then she basically healed herself or laid low. Do I want to equip the technical manuals? I think why not? Oh no, we can't because this is a two-handed thing, exactly. And we don't have a better weapon. Maybe I should have given her another weapon or so. Okay, I will not take it back. She cannot take an action here because she doesn't have any scrap tokens. So I guess, yeah, she's basically forfeiting one action. Then it's the Zodiac Club down here at the mall. They will also lay low, basically getting rid of one wanted token. And with their second action, I may want to consider to do the collective consciousness. Exchange any skill point for another, with the exception. Basically, we cannot do this, but I think we are reducing this by 1 down to a 4. And it doesn't matter too much in the end. Let's increase the influence. I think let's give them some more influence. Yeah, I like that. Let's do that. Those were their 2 actions. Then it's Nada, and he will build 1 Hoffman lenses. He can do that for only 1 scrap token because of the Hoffman lenses schematics here. Nice. And I think with his second action, he will inspect all his belongings. So I think I have to set that up properly now so we can look at that. So again, we spent the token and okay, here we have the alien face, here we have the alien face. So we do know that this is good and these 2 are bad. And so we may want to scrap, for example, the old Halloween mask and the Tech 9mm, unless we are equipping it somewhere. But these were not all. I think we still have at least 2 more to go. We have the scientist, and yeah, Nada's hand cannon doesn't matter too much, and the Hoffman lenses as well, because we know that the doctor gave us the right one, because she's a human player, so we definitely have received the real one. So there is no randomization. This one the player gets to choose. But I think we don't know what the scientist is, and the scientist is also sabotaged, right? Yeah, exactly. Wow. Oh, that's bad. So basically only the riot shield is on our side. With the rest, we should get rid of those, at least not put them into the resistance resource, because then they will work against us. Wow, that was quite the revelation. So we have gotten rid of this Hoffman lenses here, but I think that was the whole plan, and I have to remember this, and yeah, every now and then I may have to recheck all those things. Maybe I will write it down somewhere. Let's do it like this. Okay, that was Nada. Over to Frank. He's moving one space here for his free move. Then he's moving to the cheap hotel because that's his next goal. And he will also lay low, meaning he's losing one of those. I think we need that. Nada is definitely heavily wounded, actually, with 5 wanted and 1 normal wound here. So we have to do something. But I really wanted to do the inspection. I think this was really worth it, as he was really checking 4 items or so and our allies. I think this was still good. Okay, that was Frank's turn, and then that's it. Exactly. We are going for the response phase. Oh, I didn't think that one through, of course. But maybe we can deal with that. I did increase their influence, right? So the human thug is moving in here for sure. Again, think they are moving towards the highest wanted, which is Myra ready. But I think this is still the shortest path, so I'm relatively certain they will move here. The protesters, let's see, 1, 2, 3. No, I think they also have to move down here. I'm pretty sure they will take the shortest route. And up there, the protesters will move back to the billboard here, trying to get after Frank. Okay, we will have a fight down here at the mall, but instead of a fight, we will try to influence the human thug here. So we will flip it over and we'll inspect it. And I think I said it, we needed 2, and that's in fact the case. If you take 2 or more injuries, wounds, we will gain 1 injury. So in this case, again, we are going for the influence test, which means we are not going for a stealth check. We are also not doing a combat check. If you're failing it, we are taking basically 2 wounds here, and 2 wounds basically is 1 injury. But I still like my chances, as we still have Hot Rod with us, who also gives us +1 influence. So overall, they're rolling 4 dice now, and ultimately we are looking for 2 successes, right? And yes, amazing! That is so cool. So that's basically the first piece of equipment, of help that we can place into the resistance resources, and they will give us +2 on a test where engineering is needed. If there aren't any tests for engineering, then it doesn't do us any good, but at least we have some support there. Okay, that was amazing. Nice encounter. Then we do the normal encounters. We will start with Myra. Down here we are reading the bottom section of this card. You stumble into a bar looking for a quick drink and the whole place falls silent. Inside is a secret resistance meeting. They have stolen a computer from someone they suspect of being an invader but are unable to access it. So we are looking for tech or whatever this is. Yeah, it's tech. We are rolling 4 dice here. So she also knows her stuff for sure. And no, she doesn't know well enough. Oh, that's bad. I was so hoping for those 2 scrap. Despite your efforts, you can't help them. Okay, no ill effects, but still, that was bad. Oh, I needed those. And then it's the Zodiac Club down here at the mall. I don't know why I moved them to the mall, because I think they need to go to the thrift stores. I don't know. So, but they will still have an encounter there. And that's the mall. Arctic Chill sells premium aircon units. Their prices are so high that only the wealthiest of the hilltop residents could ever dream of owning one. They have a unit on display outside the shop, which, with some quick engineering, you could reduce it to a scrap. We are checking our engineering, which is 4 dice for them. So a lot of those tests with 4 dice in this round. And yes, here's a success. You subtly remove bolts and screws until the unit falls apart. 2 scrap. Now that's nice. Yeah, that was definitely an achievement. They only have 2 right now, but maybe they can trade it away or so. Or they can use it to gain actual resistance cards at a billboard location. So that wasn't a bad encounter. Then it's Nada, and we may start to see some double kit entries actually, as we're really doing a lot of events and encounters here in the resettlement area. But let's see about that. A group of muggers chase you into the projects. You don't want to hurt them. The raids have taken everything they had, and now they're just trying to get through the day. You need to find a place to hide. That's stealth. His stealth is only a 2. Yeah, I have taken off my mask actually. Maybe I need to re-equip that sooner or later, but that's 2 dice for him, and yeah, that's 2 times the Jew bubblegum. And again, I'm not able to pick up those scrap tokens. Ah, that's so frustrating. No, they catch you and steal 2. Okay, we don't have any scrap. Okay, that wasn't terrible. Simply a waste of time. Last but not least, it's Frank at the cheap hotel. He's going after the next, what is it, case file here. You're hiding out in your room waiting for the injuries from your last fight to heal when you hear a commotion from somewhere in the hotel. You carefully walk the corridors to check what's going on when you hear a distinct beeping. The source is the military unit using some sort of handheld tracking device. They're moving door to door, searching inside any room where they are getting a reading. Suddenly the realization hits you. They must be searching all the local hotels for you and the drifter. You need to hide. We are checking our stealth, which again is 2 dice for him. Let's hope for the best here. And no, again another waste of time. You hide inside your room, hoping that by staying still, the device won't track you. It does, and you have to dive through the window and make a run for it. 2 injuries, bringing him to 3 out of 7. And you are basically auto dead. We have the extra lives, keep that in mind. And right now I don't know which side he is. He might be an invader anyway. Apart from the human enemy that we were able to transform or lure into the resistance, a pretty useless turn actually. Very frustrating, but let's see what the propaganda phase has in stock for us. And yes, we are reading 1 hour, which means we are now in the red. Okay. As of the next day or next hour, we are able to storm cable 54 on this side. And I think we have to move from here to here. Yeah, there's a string. And right now we are not even close, I believe. So I have to start moving up as well. Then we deal with a raid, which is an obey. We have an obey here, we have an obey here. So basically both of them, Frank and Nada, are getting 2 tokens each. So that's not pretty. So Nada is already at 7. And again, for every wanted beyond 10, you are taking a wound instead. We are spawning 2 clues. I almost said 2 scrap tokens. 1 at 10. Yeah, that's up here. So that's not terrible. And 1 at 23, which I can't find. Ah, it's over here. Okay. Then we have to deal with a crackdown. The mayor has issued a statement today urging all law enforcement and bounty hunters to take action immediately. This is in response to growing pressure for local government to do more in tackling the growing criminality issues across LA. The mayor has vowed to use whatever powers he can to show the city that he can keep them safe. If you're out there breaking the law, you might be in for a rough day. But for the rest of you, are these the reassurances you need? Or do these new measures not go far enough? Call in and discuss. Each player currently occupying a space with an enemy tile present immediately encounters them. I think that's nowhere the case. In addition, spawn enemies at 1 and 17 if the group wanted level exceeds 6. And again, I don't know what exceeds actually means and what the group wanted level is. As Frank has 7 tokens, I'm pretty sure we are basically triggering this. So a human officer goes into the hilltop housing. I mean, this could be helpful actually. Maybe we do want to move then. Here we have a bounty hunter. That's very thematic actually. And the bounty hunter goes to space 17 and we have to flip it right away to see what it does. When the game clock is red, it is. This enemy moves 3 spaces instead of 1. Okay, he's chasing us down like crazy. So I will leave it on this side so I hopefully do remember that. I still think they are not leaving their area. That's at least how I understand it, but still right now a lot of folks in here. Let's go into the next round. And the question is, what are we going to do? Who starts first? I'm really tempted to also add those protesters to our resistance resources actually, and they could do that if Myra already gives them the scumbag lawyer, so she should go first. Yeah, let's do that. So with her free move, she's moving down here. Then she is handing over the scumbag lawyer to those folks, and in return, that's what we can do. They will give Myra 2 of their scrap tokens. So she still has an action left. This was a free move, so she could move back now, really try to get those here. Or she's using her scrap now to build some Hoffman lenses, but I think that's not the most important piece. No, she will use her second action simply to move back and hopefully get more of those scrap tokens. Nice. Then it is the Zodiac Club. They will, I think, yeah, they will move in here. Or think we can do that still in any order. We cannot lay low here, and that's now really also another problematic situation. Do I really have to move before I take, or the free move before I take my action, or can I take actions before I do my free move? I don't know, because if that's the case, I cannot lay low ever as I want to use my free move in here. So first of all, I definitely do want to equip the Scumbag Lawyer, which means the undercover cop goes back into their possession, but that's okay. Then they still have a second action. Do they want to trigger the collective consciousness again? And I think they do. So they are using this to increase that. So overall they have 4, 6, 7 influence dice. Yes, cool. Then it's Nada. He will lay low, that's for sure. So he will get rid of 1 and 1 here. I think that's important for him. With his first action, he will move in here. And now we have to think about if we do want to exchange items, because right now he's out of tokens. So I think we don't need the Hoffman lenses tokens right now. So we may want to equip the LAPD Riot Shield, which basically reduces our, I think that's good. Let's do that. So we have basically a stealth of 0 now. I mean, it's you really can't hide this, obviously. And I think that's his action phase. Next it's Frank, who by the way needs to go to the construction site for his next, let's say, life goal here. First of all, he also needs to lay low. That's clear. So he's giving those away. I think he needed that. Again, he doesn't really stand a chance against those protesters. Not with an influence. He could maybe defeat them. That's possible. But honestly, I want them on my side rather. So I think, again, his free move is here. Now I basically have taken my lay low action. And now I could use my Hoffman lenses to look at my stuff. It's only 2 items, but I think it's worth it. So we are spending this, going for an inspect action. So let's look at both of those. So the pickaxe is good and the wrench is not, shows the alien face. Okay, I have to write this one down, but this was his turn. And then it's the response phase. The protesters have to move down here towards Frank. Does he have a chance? He has 3 influence. That's not terrible, but definitely not enough, I guess. And down here we have the bounty hunter. He will move towards her for sure. And these guys will stay where they are, and again the Zodiac Club will try to influence them. We will start with this fight here though. This time I will hopefully not mess things up in respect to the stealth. Her stealth is 3, her natural 1, but she's losing 4 because of her wanted level. So there is no point rolling this. She still has her submachine gun, which gives her an additional wanted token. So she is now at 5, but at least she's rolling 6 minus 1, 5 dice. And again, we are looking for 2 hits. Yep, that's certainly good enough. I take it. Cool. So this bounty hunter is no more. We are rolling our intelligence check, which is 3 dice for her. And we have to roll this one. Okay, that's at least 1. We are getting 1 resistance card from this. And that's a trainee hacker. It's an ally, which, what does she do? That's an action. Hack the signal. Look at the next 2 breaking news card and place 1 at the bottom of the deck and 1 on top. Okay, that's not bad at all. Of course, first of all, I have to equip her, of course. So that wasn't bad. And last but not least, we have to deal with those protesters. That's 3 successes we need. So what did we have? We had 4 plus 2, 6, 7 dice in total. But still, we need to come up with 3 successes. So that's not easy for sure. And that's 2. Is there any reroll? No, there isn't. Okay. What happens now? These guys will hit us with the full force, and I believe that's basically 2 wounds we are getting here. Unlike in a PvP, we are not taking an injury when we are taking 2 or more, unless the token tells us so. But still a wasted thing, and we are not having it. The encounter missed here is not the end of the world, but really getting 2 more influence into our resistance, and I keep knocking those guys over, would have been important. Okay, then I think these were all of the encounters, or the combat actually. But now we are doing the actual encounters. We will start with Myra. The police slashed the tires of every vehicle they found in the area to stop people fleeing during a raid. Anthony Brown has had enough. His family live in constant fear that the cops will strike again. He wants to move them out of the city but needs help getting his car fixed. You offer to take a look. So we are rolling 3 dice for her and hoping for 1 success. Yes, this time she makes it. Now that's nice. You change the tires and the engine running again. He thanks you with 2 items, and we also gain those 2. Okay, that was really good. So that's a weapon. That's a weapon. That's an item, a floppy disk. What is a floppy disk, you might ask? +1, equipped to offhand. I think this will be one we are most likely going to trade in. Or maybe scrap it, I don't know. We have still 1 more to go. That's another weapon. And that's another item, the building blueprints. Let's move over here a bit. Equipped to offhand, +1 intelligence, +1 stealth. Yeah, why not? Okay, that was a cool encounter actually. And she was also able to get rid of that bounty hunter. She's really a star. The Zodiac Club doesn't have an encounter because they are engaged with an enemy. We are moving over to Nada. Over here. Help me! A piercing voice screams. You spot a man wearing Hoffman lenses being dragged along the streets by 2 invaders. Everyone else seems to be ignoring them, so you rush to help. Okay, that's 7 dice for him. Should be doable, but I know famous last words. I think I never rolled more than 7 dice so far, but at least it was worth it to get a second set of dice. Yes, 1 measly success. You pull the 2 invaders away and prepare to fight. Realizing the odds are now even, they flee. The man thanks you with 1 Hoffman lenses. Okay, now we are talking, and we also get this one, which is another Hoffman lenses token for him. So that was an okay encounter as well. Over to Frank, who also has to deal with a generic encounter down there. You're trying to get a few moments of rest when suddenly a shabby-looking woman asks you for help. She tells you that she was caught up in a police raid but managed to escape from the back of the van. She's wearing handcuffs. Okay, that's 5 dice. Yeah, his engineering value is pretty good. So should be also doable. No, it's not. Oh boy. You try, but without the right tools, you just can't seem to get the cuffs off. Okay, we could have gained 1 more intelligence. That would have been nice. But okay, it is what it is. Okay then, let's move into the propaganda phase. We are seeing a blue card, so we are replacing the Billy board with a different one. I think it was Obey, if I recall that correctly. So let's give those a right little shuffle so that I don't know. And in the end, if you really put them face down, they work pretty well actually. So no hard feelings here. Then we are spawning more enemies, 5, 15 and 21. You must be kidding me. So 1 goes in here, that's the invader sniper. We have met someone like this before. Down here we have, wow, a heavy armor invader, also with some raid support. I'm pretty sure this is a toughie which we can't take out on our own. We need to go for a team effort there. And over here at the projects we do have armed police humans. So this is someone we could try to influence, and maybe this fella is easier than this angry mob, so we may want to shift gears and move them out. Maybe. And let's deal with the downtown lockdown. Where did we hear that before? Downtown is in lockdown this afternoon as police hunt for a group of escaped felons that broke free of a local prison. All residents in that area are advised to stay in their homes until further notice. I repeat, if you are in downtown area today, then stay where you are until the situation is under control. Stay safe, everyone, and let's hope our boys in blue get them all in cuffs as soon as possible. I really need this Anchorman voice. Each player in downtown area suffers 1 wound for each space they move this turn. Okay, up next, a word of warning from a man addicted to painkillers. Next round, and Frank will become the resistance leader. Yeah. Again, he has to lay low for his very first action. That's really important now, getting rid of these tokens. Then where does he want, or where does he need to move? To the construction side. Oh, I was incorrect actually. But do I want, I could really, but his influence is really bad. So I think moving him here doesn't help. Moving him to the cheap hotel also doesn't really help. Can he make it free move, one move? He won't make it there. But he could go to the thrift stores. Let's do that. Again, he has his free move, and yeah, I'm playing things out of order, but as we are not encountering... Oh no, there is no connection. I keep forgetting that. We cannot move from the cheap hotel. Oh yeah, so that doesn't help us. Maybe we should move to the campsite, or we will simply stay here actually. Or we should move towards the billboard. No, let's do the free move here. And we could have an action here. And yeah, he could use his action down here. I've walked a white line my entire life. Removed 2 wanted tokens from each player in the resettlement area which we are in. So we will totally do that. So he is completely free of those wanted tokens. Nice. Then it's Myra, and I think she wants to try to go after these fellas here. Therefore, she needs basically... yeah, she can't. That's really now a thing with his free move. Normally I would now lay low and then take my free move, but I'm not sure if that is allowed or not. Again, I will play it this way, that it's not allowed, because again, it clearly says, oh, maybe I should really check the rules. And no, I think I'm not allowed to do that. It really clearly says then. Okay, I still think I can do my craft while there are baddies. So I will take my free move in here. I will craft basically with 2 of those tokens to get myself a Hoffman Lenses token. Nice. Then I could still decide if I want to equip anything else. Do we have something helpful? We only have 1 ally, and why not? We can simply do that, right? We don't have a better weapon. Nope. I think we leave it at that. Then it's the Zodiac Club. Again, they will decrease that and increase that. I really want that extra die to go after this mob. And yeah, I think the second action, as we are with an enemy we can't take. Nope, they're forfeiting their second action. And then last but not least, we are moving Nada with this free move in here. He will also lay low, getting rid of one of those wanted tokens. And with his free move, he's moving, with his normal or basically action move, he will move to the thrift stores there. Yeah, that's that. Let's move into the response phase. Dr. Meyer already is first. And again, the idea was to go after this guy. Oh, wow, we need 3 successes for that. Who thought about this? I was sure it's a 2, but yeah, maybe it's a difficult enemy. So we are spending our Hoffman Lenses token. Before rolling an influence test, you may spend this token to increase it by 3. So we are rolling 4 dice, but we need 3 successes. Quite a long shot, obviously. But yeah, let's simply hope for the best. Yeah, I think we have to take these risks, actually. And 2! Awfully close. But no, this means she gets 3 wounds now. And yet again, we have wasted basically in action. Hoffman Lenses, crab tokens. Yeah, that's not great. I believe I forgot those protesters. They will simply move 1 space up towards Nada. And those fellas, yeah, they have a wanted token now. I think the shortest route might be this one here actually, and then we have to fight, oops, this again. We will go for the influence check, and now it's 8 dice actually, but then again we also need 3 successes, right? That could be devastating. Yeah, I will, yeah, I think it doesn't matter, it's not good enough. Yet again we are taking 2 wounds. Yeah, I think now we are going down like flies actually, but we are not making any progress. That's the real fun part actually. And I think I did play that out of order. I think they should have been, no, Frank should have been first actually. But okay, it's not the end of the world. No, it's okay. I think that is okay. Frank, then was Doctor, and then is them. No, I think I'm good because I was only dealing with the combat. Now we are going into the actual encounters. Again, we start with Frank. You sneak a few moments of rest in an abandoned tent, but awake to find a disheveled woman standing... Disheveled woman? Standing over you with a blade to your throat. She tells you to empty your pockets or she'll start cutting you. Checks combat, which is 3 dice for him, but we do know that even 8 dice may not be enough. No, that's not good enough. And yeah, you push her away, but she slices you in the panic, +1 wound. Then it's Nada at the thrift stores. All the others have encounters, so they are not doing anything. One of the store owners asks you for your assistance on cracking into a safe. It was handed into them a few days ago, but so far nobody has been able to get it open. They offer you half of whatever is inside it if you can do it. Okay, we are checking our intelligence, which is 3 thanks to the scientist. And yes, that's a success. With your ear firmly against it, you slowly turn the dial and listen for the pin to click. You get +2 items. Okay, nice, not bad. That's an ally, a mechanic. That's an item, the cloned key card. Swipe the card before taking a test and roll a die. Passed. Oh, wow, we could gain. Oh, that's basically a roll of poker. Yeah, I have to take it anyway. And then the second item is, some old tools. A rusted wrench, +2 engineering. Yeah, that's not terrible at all. And before we move into the laugh and chuckle phase, the propaganda phase, I think she should have taken a wound actually, because she was moving in the downtown area for each space there. Yeah. It was 1 space, so she has to take a wound. She's now up to 4 out of 6, so she might be dead relatively soon. Now we are moving into the next phase of the game. That's a red card. The 1 red card we had was a nice... Oh, it doesn't come with any icons whatsoever. Construction strike. Police and construction workers clashed this afternoon as the strike got out of hand. Unionists on the construction site said that the sit-down strike was due to an increasing demand on the state-funded jobs without providing any additional funding. They say this is putting increasing strain on an already stretched workforce. Things took a turn when officers politely asked the strikers to leave the site and allow those who wanted to work to continue to do so. The clash is still ongoing and police have had to call in some specialist measures to help contain the situation. Spawn the resistance infiltrator enemy at the construction site, and players may not perform the lay low action in the downtown redevelopment area until the enemy is defeated even. So this will stay in place. So let's spawn that enemy here, and it has raid support obviously, and we don't know what it is, but it looks pretty tough actually. I mean, these sunglasses in front of those terrifying eyes, wow. Again, this can't be good. Yeah, but I think this only counts for the redevelopment area, so we will leave it here. Everywhere else we can still take that action. I think I'm not going to change the player order. Frank is first. He will have to lay low down there. He can do that, so he's getting rid of 1 wound. Then he's moving, free move here. Again, I do that out of order. Normal move, and then he would basically take his lay low, and then I think we are spending some scrap here in order to gain some items. Oh, for him, I think that's only 1 die actually he's rolling. Is that really worth it? Yeah, let's do that anyway. I think with Myra we need to be somewhat tricky. No, she can't stay here because she doesn't have any chance to influence these guys. I think she could. Why does this one doesn't have any... Why can't we kill this one? Doesn't come with any health symbols. Is that deliberately? I don't know, but I think we have to move her out anyway, right? So what are we going to do with her then? We could move maybe to the shopping district or so. We could move to the downtown billboard slowly. Maybe that's what we need to do. Yeah, let's do that. So her free move is leading her here. So she's out of harm's way. Then I think she will simply stay here. Then she will lay low with her first action, so she gets rid of some stuff. And then we are using 2 scrap to build ourselves another Hoffman lenses. But that was her action. As for the Zodiac Club, they might die, but I think we are okay because we can live with that. Yeah, so we are doing this and this again. right? So that's 9 dice. With their next roll, again, they are forfeiting their second action. Then it's Nada. He will move 1 space here for free. There he will lay low, getting rid of a want token, and with his normal move, he will move in here. So with the next action, he might be able to make it into cable 54. Yeah, let's do that. Let's deal with some encounters. And again, I believe all those encounters are a May, so I'm not sure if I want to do that. But first of all, we have to move. So they will move, they will move. Again, I have no clue who is first and who is last, so maybe we do that here. Again, I don't know who was there first, and I don't care at this point in time. Oh yeah, awesome. Down here, these fellas will move in here, but again, I think this was here before, so I guess they stay on top, right? I don't know. And down here, this armed police human will move down here, which apparently we cannot defeat with normal weapons. Oh, again, I don't know what this means. Yeah, then we will basically deal with a fight, or basically an influence test down here. So we will do that. We will roll those dice. And yes, this time it's definitely good enough. Amazing job. So we will move those to the resistance resource. So we have some allies there at least, but it's definitely not going to be enough. Then we have to flip those guys over. This enemy is immune to weapons. Where did I read that before? I think we are not even using weapons. So I think we are simply dying now because we are only rolling 1 die. With 1 die, we will not be able... No, we will simply take... I mean, we might be able to take only 1 wound, actually. Okay, so there is a small chance that we are living. So let's roll that die. Oh, on the other hand, no, they have no sneak value whatsoever. No, I think... Yeah, okay. They are basically dead, because they take 2 weapons. But then we are many. For the first time you die, you may spin with the same equipment, but you must reduce 1 of your stats to 1. And I think, I don't know. Let's do this for now. Why not? I don't care. Then it's Frank. He will spend 2. I think this is an action we haven't done before. We will spend 2 scrap to, I believe, roll our, not intelligence, our influence, if I recall that correctly. Yeah, but that's only 1. Yeah, amazing. Let's see. And wow, he did it actually. Wow, he's really a star. He's doing well. And I think for each success we are drawing a resistance card. Yeah, that's not too bad. The wig. Single use, reduce your to 0. Oh, and he's at 0. That's a nice one actually. Yeah. For now I will keep it. And we don't need to equip this. So I can use those one-time or single-use items basically, yeah, as a freebie. Doesn't count as an action. We don't have to equip it first, so that's an easy one. So we could basically just throw it in there, but that's ending our phase here. We are moving to, I think, Myra and Nada. I think up next would be Myra. Down here again, I think these are optional. You are drowning, but you don't understand the ocean. I can help you see the truth. You ask the shouting man what he talks about, and after confirming you're not a cop, he tells you about the glasses. He has two-way radio that he uses to signal his friend to bring them over. You can try to fix that. So we are rolling 4 dice, and apparently could gain a Hoffman glasses. Yes, awesome, yes. You retune the radio and get it working. He calls his friend over with the glasses and thank you. Wow, 1 glass of Hoffman lenses. Now that could be, oh, she has 1 already. Whew. Not sure if there is a limit actually, but yeah, not bad. And up here we have Nada. You're ruffling through the trash when suddenly an annoyed voice shouts, "Excuse me?" It's a woman wearing a giant fur coat and dripping in pearls. "You still haven't trimmed my bush." She's mistaking you for the gardener. We are going for an influence check. That's 3 dice for him. So he's not really bad in respect. He's an influential person. I mean, if you have ever seen Rowdy Piper, then you don't ask. That's a pass. You explain who you are and apologize for the mistake. Oh, otherwise he would have gained. So that's basically, yeah, best thing that could have happened. That is that nothing happened, which was the case here. All the others don't have. I think it's only the Zodiac who doesn't have an encounter. So let's move in here. Oh, that's another red one actually. What is it? Increased agitation across LA has caused... Okay, we are exchanging Billy and we are exchanging scrap tokens. But we will, I believe, end the game now anyway. So I think let's not go too crazy on those. We will move into cable 54. So we have increased agitation across LA has caused an uprising today as members of the public have armed themselves and taken to the streets. This latest incident follows growing frustrations with increased raids that have been happening throughout the city, causing damage to their homes and disruption to their daily lives. Police are doing what they can to get a handle on the situation, but have advised that everything is a little more dangerous out on the streets today. All enemy tiles are +1 for this turn, which again is not the end of the world. We are simply assigning the resistance leader to Nada. He will, whatever, simply lay low once. I think he will hold on to all of his possessions, I think, and he's moving into cable 54. So with his location phase, he will end the game. Again, everyone else, I think there is nothing useful. Maybe there is actually, because we do know that Frank... Okay, maybe we have to change orders a little bit. I think she has to start actually. So maybe there is still something we can do. And I don't know. Oh, that's interesting now. So maybe, okay, maybe we have to play it out. So let's take it back. Let's take it back. So I think we start with Myra being the resistance leader for this round. Yeah, let's do that. With her free move, she's moving in here. Can she make... she can't make it here. No, she can't make it here. That's the problem. If she would have been able to make it here, he could have stashed the pickaxe and she could have sent it off, basically. But that's not going to happen. And I don't know what the effects are in respect to wanted tokens and whatnot. So he could stash it here, but no one would be able to move it to the resistance resources. No. So I guess in this case, it doesn't really matter. In fact, yeah, they could die, could they? No, I think they can't. I think they can't die in this round. So yeah, let's not worry about that. Let's move into cable 54. Let's call it location phase again. They would move and whatnot again. Normally I would keep playing, but I want to come to an end here. Not that I don't like this game, but I think again, I'm still learning this game. It's a learning exercise for me, and I simply want to show you what this game has to offer. So let's take out those cards. Then we have the final assault introduction. I think this is always the same one. There's only one card here. All of us, the resistance, have done well to get this far. I don't know. The odds were stacked against us, but together we made it. No longer will we be divided by petty differences. It's time to unite as one, work together and expose the truth to the world. Some of us may get hurt, even killed, but this fight isn't for your country, for your president, for an army. This fight is for all of humanity. It's for your children and your children's children, so they may grow up in charge of their own fates and not being controlled by these ugly skull-faced monsters. And the text in this is really great, actually. I do love all those encounters here in this game. This fight is for Earth, our home, and together we will put up a collective middle finger and tell them they ain't welcome here. These invaders have been masked for too long. After this night, they will have no place to hide. The world will know the truth and the war will be tilted in our favor. The world needs a wake-up call and we are phoning it in. Okay, the first thing that we have to do in the solo mode now is to check for those resources here. As we don't have any hidden resources whatsoever in that resistance resources. And maybe you should have simply put it in and hope for the best, actually. But in this case, we have to divide those as evenly as possible among the players. We will definitely give, I don't know, 1 to Dr. Reddy, as we know she's on our side. And then because we think he's a cool guy, we will give 1 of those to Nada. But that's all. I'm pretty sure that this is ridiculous. But let's see about that. And then we have to inspect all the character boards. So let's start with Nada. He's wearing glasses, he's on our side. Nice. Then it's Frank. Oh, he's also wearing glasses. He's also on our side. Who thought about this? And last but not least, it's the Zodiac Club. And yeah, there are aliens. I should have let them die. Of course. Yeah, they behave very strangely throughout the entirety of this game, moving around the city like crazy. Okay, so they are basically invaders. And this means if we would have assigned any of the resources to them, they wouldn't fight for us. Or they would have basically taken those away. So we are basically down to 3. We are not getting the extra lives now, but we still have 3 characters to go, which maybe is not a bad thing. So let's reveal our very first thing, the special delivery. Every few hours, the Cable 54 studio gets a number of deliveries. This could be your chance to get in. You wait at the intersection across the street, hoping for an opportunity. It comes quickly as the next truck makes a harsh stop as the lights turn red. Now is your chance to sneak in. Okay, we need a sneak check, and I think it's number of players +1 for successes. So yeah, we need to come up with 4 successes because we have 3 characters left. So it's 2 dice for Frank, and I believe we can no longer... Oh, that's a good one. Can we use our items actually in this case? I don't know actually. I believe... Yeah, the first step is to look at what you are each carrying. Your equipped cards stay with you into the final zone, continue and work as normal. However, any additional resistance cards must be discarded. All wanted owls discarded. You won't be needing them here. Damage tokens, however, should remain on your characters. Yeah, they work as normal. Okay, I thought I had to move them into the resistance stash. No, okay, I think we are good. We can use them actually. So again, we start with Nada. What was it? A sneak test, right? His stealth is 2. There is... Oh, he's carrying the LAPD riot shield. Oh, I should have changed that. That was stupid. Allow me this one, Mulligan. He still had an action left, and he definitely wanted to get rid of that LAPD. I was going to do that long ago, so he was definitely going to... So he's at least rolling 3 dice now. Yeah, I know that's lame, sorry for that, but I really wanted to get rid of that LAPD sheet. So he's rolling 3 dice, and that's 1 success. I take it. Let's put, I don't know, a wound token on this to demonstrate. Again, we need 4 of those. Then it's Frank. He has 2 stealth, right? Yep. So he's rolling 2 dice, and that's not good enough. And Dr. Myra's thing is 3. So if she rolls 3 successes, we are good. Otherwise, nope. We are not okay. Turn over to resolve. Let's do that. We didn't do it. You swing open the rear doors with no regard for your surroundings. The driver spots you in his mirror. He chases you away, thinking you're trying to steal from his truck. You'll need to wait for the next one. It will be harder now. They're looking out for thieves. Turn over to try again, but with 1 extra pass required. Huh. And we can do that up to 5 times per card, actually. But it's now a +2, actually. So we flip it back over. And now we need 5 successes. I think we still had... No, but we don't. We did have these 2, right? The human thugs and the protesters. One has an influence and one has this. So we cannot use them. We need to roll this natively, right? Wow. Okay, that's the 2nd time we are resolving this. So let's put into... Again, if we are... That's the 2nd test we are doing. That's 1 success again. Then it's... Frank. No, that's not gonna happen. I think even if she's now, rolling 3 dice, that wouldn't be enough, right? So we basically now tried for the 3rd time, and I think that's basically it, right? Yeah. So he's, yeah, that's not good enough. So that's 1 success again. I mean, if Frank now rolls 2 successes, no, that's 1. And we are already in our 3rd test, so that's a +3 actually, so we need 6 successes. So again, we can't make it. So that's the 3rd attempt, and then a 4th attempt already, so we need 4 successes now. No, that's not good enough. So we have basically failed this one, which was not really surprising actually. I think we weren't too far off. I mean, we had 2 auto successes here. That's not too bad. So maybe with 1, 2, 3 more cards, or maybe allies up there, we would have been in a good shape. And the next test result is something else. So this is a group choice. Again, there are a lot of different encounters in those decks, and they all come in different difficulty levels here. And I think I was not going for the very easy one. I think this was the easy level, basically the second stage, and I utterly failed. But again, I really wanted to end this playthrough, not because I didn't like the game. It's simply I really consider this as a learning game and wanted to show you some of the core mechanics. I still have to figure out some of the stuff, some of the rules, some of those tokens. Again, for the most part, it's clear. I do think the solo mode, or let's call it the fully cooperative mode, seems to work pretty well. I like that. There are fun encounters. I could imagine that you might get bored with some of those location events. Every now and then I keep knocking those guys over. But I think there is a lot of replayability in this game, because again, you could go for different characters. They come with different life goals or case files. The case file deck is also, let's say, bigger than what you have seen. I think we only have seen 3, 4, 5 cards out of the 10 or so that are in there, or maybe 8 in between. So I think overall there is a good amount of replayability in there, and the mechanics do make sense. Again, there are some questions open in respect to the timing. Do I really have to take my free move before I do actions? What about those Hoffman lenses token? Why can't I trade those? And some of the other things. But apart from that, this really seems to be a fun game with a lot of very cool thematic things to it. And I will definitely play that one again. Maybe next time I will go for a normal multiplayer experience with an actual invader or 2, so human invader, or yeah, player characters as invaders, that is. And then yeah, let's see how this might change the overall dynamic of this game. But again, I do think it works pretty well as the solo mode here too. Let me know what you think. Again, sorry that I rushed it towards the end, but I think I wanted to come to a conclusion. So I think with my next run, I do know what to take care of. At least I hope I learned something out of this learning exercise here. And yeah, definitely did enjoy my ride here, despite some of the tough rules things on some of those cards. It was definitely a fun experience. Huge shout out to all of my patrons out there. Really do appreciate all your support. Hope to see you soon in one of my other videos. And until then, bye bye.